know mine was reading it a little different.
Okay.
All
Oh, yeah,
over
72 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Y'all can just write it down and
Yeah, just write it.
let's see if you got the same what we reading out of.
And different books, you know, the chapters are different. So not too much off, but
Mm-hmm.
maybe off for 1 or 2 chapters. Psalm 71, Psalm 72, Psalm 70. L, I think, is 50. X is 10. XL is, well, XL will be 49.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's LXS, XL.
It should be LXX 2.
Right there.
Ain't good with them Roman numbers.
I ain't doing it.
Yeah,
Looking in it,
that
you
one.
know, I forgot that
Yeah.
stuff. Looking in.
When we get past 10, you got me, man.
I don't want to keep it anyway, that's their stuff.
That's right, that's their stuff. Yeah, exactly, bro.
Let me see if we're gonna read the same as yours. What you said? What?
It should say, and first there goes forth the great luminary, verse 4.
Verse 4.
I ain't no see.
Try
the
the previous 70. Yeah, those are luminaries right there, so yeah.
This one?
Verse 4.
What's the chapter say on that one? Go back one. The chapter should be the book of the courses of the heavenly luminaries.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah.
L, 2 X's and
L, 2
Two more.
X's and,
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
so it'll be verse 4.
okay, verse 4.
Uh-huh.
Okay. The first degree, and first there goes 4.
yeah, that's
Yes,
it.
ma'am.
That's it.
All right.
So what number is that?
That's 70.
72. It just said,
Okay.
Alright, okay.
I'm finna read out of it.
everybody can see that?
Alright. The book of Enoch, chapter 72, verse 4. And first there goes forth the great luminary, named the sun, and his circumference is like the circumference of the heaven, and he is quite filled with illuminating and heating fire.
Okay, let's go to chapter 73 and verse 1 through 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just some characteristics of the 2 luminaries.
The moon and his phases.
73, 1 through 3.
You there? Alright. Book of Enoch, 73, verse 1 through 3. And after this law, I saw another law dealing with the smaller luminary, which is named the moon.
We'll say smaller because it's smaller in light, not in size, not in circumference. They're exact same size.
Mm-hmm.
Exact same size.
Exactly. And her circumference is like the circumference of the heaven, and her chariot, in which she rides, is driven by the wind, and light is given to her, definite measure. And her rising and setting changes every month.
Okay, it changes every month. So how can we follow after that? She changed every month. You know, she don't keep to the law or the order that was given. You know, not to say that not in comparison to anything. Just speaking of the records. These are our records. Okay, go to chapter 74, and it'll be verse 1 through 4. We're identifying the order of the moon, if we should be following the moon.
74 and verse 1. And I saw another course, a law for her, and how according to that law she performs her monthly revolution. Verse 2. And all these Uriel, the holy angel, who is the leader of them all, showed to me. and their positions. And I wrote down their positions as he showed them to me. And I wrote down their months as they were, and the appearance of their lights till 15 days were accomplished.
Mhm.
In single 7 parts she accomplished all her light in the east, and in single 7 parts accomplished all her darkness in the west.
Okay, now, when he says it's those 15 days, there's 30 days in a month. So on that 15th day, she is full. That first day, she is gaining light. All right? It's 14 cycles for her. And with those two, it says those two portals. It's 2 days to get through a portal. So now, I know some people write off these other records. And I can simply say this. Most people write it off because they don't take the time to sit and try to understand it, you know. I mean, just like we all sitting here and we trying to understand the Bible versus talking with a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
I said, man, I don't know what they talking about. All we got to do is believe and have faith,
Yeah.
be baptized.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't know. You know, they don't take that course of action to actually sit down and try to learn. So with Enoch, and we're not gonna stay long in Enoch. We're not gonna stay long in Jubilees, but it's very confusing but it's technical. So you have to know. You have to study it before you can write it off. So my advice is don't listen to nobody that try to write this off, especially if they ain't read it. Most people say that and ain't read it or ain't went through it, you know. But to each his own. You know.
Yeah,
That's
they'll try to write it off.
Mhm.
Like brother saying, just piggyback off what you were saying.
Right.
Or what we say, lamb back off. We use the lamb.
Alright. So those 15 days, from the first to the 14th day,
Yeah.
she is gaining her light.
Right.
That 15th day, she is full. Then she starts to come off that light. Now, the 14th, 15th, and 16th day, she looks full those 3 days. But she's full on the 15th day. That's why when you look up in the sky at night, it looks like the full moon is for 3 days. It's not for 3 days. She's at her fullest on that 15th day. All right, continue.
Verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
And in certain months she altered her settings.
She alters her settings. You can't follow that. How can you follow that? Continue.
And in certain months she pursues her own peculiar course.
Okay, she pursues her own peculiar course. How can you follow that? You can't follow that. Jubilee's gonna clear all this up. And then we're gonna jump right into the scriptures about the tabernacles. All right. Let's go to we're gonna stay right there in that chapter, and we're going to go to verse 9. Yes, sir.
Verse 9. Thus I saw their position, how the moons rose and the sun set in those days. And if 5 years are added together, the sun has an overplus of 30 days, and all the days which occur to it for one of those 5 years when they are full amount to 364 days.
Okay, so this is in comparison to the moon. The sun stays on his course, never failing, never altering. He stays on his course. But the moon, as we said, she do what she wants. You know, she comes short every 10 days, or every 10 days, once a year. Continue.
Line to Verse 11. And the overplus of the sun and of the stars amount to 6 days. In 5 years, 6 days every year come to 30 days.
Okay.
And
Y'all can try to read a little slow for me. Y'all can just try to keep up with the math. This be the issue with Enoch. That's why we write it off. The math, it's in our head, and we trying to, what I'm saying. You have to sit down with this book. All right, continue.
And the moon falls behind the sun and stars to the number of 30 days. And the sun and the stars bring in all the years exactly, so that they do not advance or delay their position by a single day.
Okay.
until eternity. But complete the years with perfect justice in 364 days.
Mm-hmm.
In 3 years, there are 1,092 days.
192 in 3 years with the sun and the stars on their course, never altering. Continue.
And in 5 years, 1,820 days.
Okay.
So that in 8 years, there are 2,912 days.
Okay. Now in 3 years, what the moon gives us? Continue.
For the moon alone, the days amount in 3 years to 1,062 days.
Okay, 1,062 versus 1,092. She is 30 days short in 3 years. She's 30 days short in 3 years. We cannot follow the moon. Not saying anybody's following, but I'm just saying. Just to get an understanding why some people are on
While you're off.
this particular day, and you know, well, why we celebrate on this day? Why is this our occasion? Why this particular day is their occasion? Continue.
And in 5 years, she falls 30 days behind to the sum of 1,770.
Mm-hmm.
There is to be added 1,062 days. And in 5 years, there are 1,770 days.
Mm-hmm.
So that for the moon, the days in 8 years amount to 2,832 days.
Mm-hmm.
For in 8 years, she falls behind to the amount of 80 days. All the days she falls behind in 8 years are 80. And the year is accurately completed in conformity
Mm-hmm.
with their world stations and the stations of the sun, which rise from the portals through which the sun, rises and sets 30 days. And the leaders of the heads of the thousands, who are placed over the whole creation and over all the stars, have also to do with the 4 intercalary days,
Intercalary days.
being inseparable from their office, according to the reckoning of the year. And these run the service on the 4 days, which are not reckoned in the reckoning of the year.
Okay, those 4 days are 4 intercalary days that brings in the seasons. That's how we come up with 364 days. And as I said, the Jewish, they have, following the lunar Sabbaths or the lunar moons, they have a year of 354 days. So their year is short. And you know, in school we're taught that there's 365 days.
Mm-hmm.
So our year is long.
Mm-hmm.
If you're listening to these heathens. All right. We're reading out. We're gonna go into the book of Jubilees. That'll be chapter 6. We're gonna start at verse 23. We're gonna clear up how we went wrong, or how we could go wrong by following the moon and listening to the Gentiles, leading to their understanding when it comes to these holidays and these feasts and the Sabbaths.
For I have written in the book of the first law, in that, 23,
Yeah, it's
verse 23.
chapter 6, verse. We're gonna start at verse 23.
Hold on, let me find it.
Mm-hmm.
Jubilee 6.
I couldn't find it.
That's it right here?
Chapter 6, verse 23.
Mm-hmm.
Should be be in the eye. Is there a number or Roman numbers up
Nah,
there?
she trying to find it.
Oh, okay.
I thought we had that Jubilee.
Is it on here? Okay, what chapter?
Chapter 6, and we're gonna start at verse 23.
got it.
You got
All right.
Book of Jubilees, chapter 6, starting at verse 23.
Mm-hmm.
And I want. Read this now, let you get it. And on the new moon of the first month, and on the new moon of the fourth month, and on the new moon of the seventh month,
Mm-hmm.
and on the new moon of the 10th month are the days of remembrance.
Okay, these are days of remembrance. Which days are we speaking of? These are speaking of intercalary days. That brings in the seasons. Remember, if you look at 30 times 12, 30 days, 30 days in each month, 12 months, that'll give you 360. What other 4 days come from? We're speaking of right here, intercalary days. These are your new moons. All right, now we also have new moons for the first day of a month. But these are the days that ordained Enoch. I'm sorry, with Noah. Continue.
And the days of the seasons in the 4 divisions of the year.
4 divisions of the year, the seasons. Continue.
These are written and ordained as a testimony forever. And Noah ordained them for himself as feasts
Mm-hmm.
for the generations forever,
Mm-hmm.
so that they have become thereby a memorial unto him. And on the new moon of the first month, he was bidden to make for himself an ark. And on that day, the earth became dry, and he opened the ark and saw the earth. Verse 26. And on the new moon of the fourth month, the months of the depths of the abyss beneath were closed. And on the new moon of the seventh month, all the months of the abyss of the earth were opened. And the waters began to descend into them. And on the new moon of the 10th month, the tops of the mountains were seen. And Noah was glad. And on this account, he ordained them for himself as feasts, for a memorial forever.
Okay, now say, and out of these 4 intercalary days, these 4 new moons, there is only one high holy day that lands on the 4, on one of the 4. All right, there's memorial blowing of the trumpets. All right, as the Book of Psalms suggests. All right, continue.
And thus are they ordained, and they placed them on the heavenly tables. Each had 13 weeks from one to another.
13 weeks in between each intercalary day. You add it up, 13 times 4, you 52 weeks. That's your year. Continue.
From one to another passed their memorial, from the first to the second, and from the second to the third, and from the third to the fourth. And all the days of the commandment will be 52 weeks of days, and these will make the entire year complete. Thus it is engraven and ordained on the heavenly tables, and there is no neglecting this commandment.
No neglecting this commandment. No following the moon. Continue.
For a single year, or from year to year, and command thou the children of Israel that they observe the years according to this reckoning, 364 days. And these will constitute a complete year, and they will not disturb its time from its days and from its feasts. For everything will fall out in them according to their testimony.
Okay, so now we're about to get into how brethren look to have different different changes in how they keep their feasts or their holy days. All right, continue.
And they will not leave out any day nor disturb any feast. But if they do neglect and do not observe them according to his commandment, then they will disturb all their seasons, and the years will be dislodged from this order, and they will disturb the seasons, and the years will be dislodged, and they will neglect their ordinances, And all the children of Israel will forget, and will not find the path of the year, and will forget the new moons, and seasons, and Sabbaths, and they will go wrong as to all the order of the years. That's what I was talking about a while back. For I know, and from henceforth shall I declare it unto thee, and it is not of my own devising, for the book lies written before me, and on the heavenly tables the division of days is ordained, lest they forget the feast of the covenant, and walk according to the feast of the Gentiles, after their error and after their ignorance.
We doing what many of us are doing now. We think that they know our records, so they must be doing it right. They ain't doing it right.
We falling behind them too much and doing exactly what this is saying.
Right.
For there will be those who will assuredly make observations of the moon.
There you go.
Now, it disturbs the seasons and comes in from year to year 10 days too soon. For this reason, the years will come upon them when they will disturb the order.
Y'all can see how that precept with Enoch. So these are our records. All right.
And make an abominable day, the day of testimony, and an unclean day, a feast day. And they will confound all the days, the holy with the unclean, and the unclean day with the holy. For they will go wrong as to the months, and Sabbaths, and feasts, and jubilees. Verse 38. For this reason I command and testify to thee, that thou mayest testify to them. For after thy death thy children will disturb them, so that they will not make the year 364 days only. And for this reason they will go wrong as to the new moons, the seasons, and Sabbaths, and festivals, and they will eat all kind of blood with all kind of flesh. Boy, didn't they call that right? Did. Still doing it. All right.
Leviticus 23.
Leviticus,
Book don't lie, y'all. This is 23 and 30.
23 and 34. 34 through 44.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 34.
33.
Verse 33. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, The 15th day of this 7th month shall be the feast of tabernacles for 7 days unto the Lord. On the first day shall be an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. 7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. On the 8th day shall be an holy convocation unto you, and ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. It is a solemn feast of assembly, and ye shall do no servile work therein. These are the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocation, to offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord, a burnt offering, and a meat offering, a sacrifice, and drink offering, everything upon this day, besides the Sabbaths of the Lord, and besides your gifts, and besides all your vows, and besides all your free will offering, which ye give unto the Lord. All in the 15th day of the 7th month,
That's also in the 15th day.
when ye have gathered in the fruits of the land.
Okay, and this feast here, it's shared together with the feast of this is the feast of gathering. And it's together together with the feast of tabernacle. Continue, brother.
You shall keep a feast unto the Lord 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
On the first day shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath. And ye shall take you on the first day the boughs of goodly trees, branches of plum trees, and the boughs of thick trees, and the willows of the brook. And ye shall rejoice before the Lord your God 7 days. And ye shall keep it a feast unto the Lord 7 days in the year. It shall be a statute forever in your generations. You shall celebrate it in the 7th month. You shall dwell in booths 7 days. All that are Israelites born shall dwell in booths, that your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths when I brought them out of the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. And Moses declared unto the children of Israel the feast of the Lord.
Good. Let's go to Numbers 29:12.
And notice the Most High said he made them dwell in those booths. So that, you got a lot of different teachings out there that say the dwelling can only be Jerusalem and stuff.
Right.
This is proof right here that he made them dwell.
Right.
He made you dwell right there, and they was in where? They was in the wilderness.
Right. Verse 41 says throughout their generations.
And throughout your generation.
So,
Okay, bro, we should go.
Numbers chapter 29, verse 12.
Okay.
And on the 15th day of the 7th month, ye shall have an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work, and ye shall keep a feast unto the Lord 7 days. And ye shall offer a burnt offering, a sacrifice made by fire, of a sweet savor unto the Lord. 13 young bullocks, 2 rams, and 14 lambs of the first year. They shall be without blemish. And their meat offering shall be of flour mingled with oil, 3 tenths dill unto every bullock of the 13 bullocks, 2 tenths dills to each ram of the 2 rams, and a several tenth deal to each lamb of the 14th lamb, and 1 kid of the goat for a sin offering, beside the continual burnt offering, his meat offering, and his drink offering. And on the 2nd day ye shall offer 12 young bullocks, 2 rams, 14 lambs of the first year without spot.
I just like to say this, man. We were grilling up some.
Yes,
We were
sir.
grilling some.
We're eating people,
You
man.
can't say we ain't no people.
Well,
You
I'm telling
can't
you.
say we ain't no people.
Telling you.
Continue.
And their meat offering and their drink offering for the bullocks, 4 rams and 4 lambs shall be according to their number after the manner. And 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, beside the continually burnt offering, and the meat offering thereof, and their drink offering. And on the 3rd day 11 bullocks, 2 rams, 14 lambs of the first year without blemish, and their meat offering, and their drink offering, for the bullocks, for the rams, and for the lambs, shall be according to their numbers after their manner. And 1 goat for a sin offering, beside the continually burnt offering, and his meat offering, and his drink offering. And on the 4th day 10 bullocks, 2 rams, and 14 lambs of the first year without blemish.
They eating, man, every day. Every day they eating.
They good.
Every day.
That's with the continual burnt offering.
That's right.
Day and night.
That's right.
Continue.
Their meat offering and their drink offering for the bullocks, for the rams, and for the lambs shall be according to their number after the manner. and 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, beside the continual burnt offering, his meat offering, and his drink offering. And on the 5th day, 9 bullocks, 2 rams, and 14 lambs of the first year, without spot, and their meat offering, and their drink offering, for the bullocks, for their rams, and for the lambs shall be according to their number after the manner, and 1 goat for a sin offering, besides the continual burnt offering, and his meat offering, and his drink offering. And on the 6th day, 8 bullocks, 2 rams, and 14 lambs of the first year, without blemish, and their meat offering, and their drink offering, for the bullocks, for the rams, and for the lambs shall be according to their number, after the manner, and 1 goat for a sin offering, besides the continually burnt offering, his meat offering, and his drink offering. And on the 7th day, 7 bullocks, 2 rams, and 14 lambs of the first year, without blemish, and their meat offering, and their drink offering, for the bullocks, for the rams, and for the lambs shall be according to their number, after the manner, and 1 goat for the sin offering, besides the continually burnt offering, his meat offering, and his drink offering. On the 8th day ye shall have a solemn assembly. Ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer a burnt offering, a sacrifice made by fire, of a sweet savor unto the Lord. 1 bullock and a ram, 7 lambs of the first year, without blemish, their meat offering and their drink offering, for the bullock, for the ram, and for the lambs, shall be according to their number, after the manner, and 1 goat for a sin offering, according besides the continual burnt offering, and his meat offering, and his drink offering. These things you shall do unto the Lord in your set feast, besides your vows, and your free will of offering, for your burnt offerings, and for your meat offerings, and for your drink offerings, and for your peace offerings. And Moses told the children of Israel, according to all the Lord commanded Moses.
Who spoke that? Who said that?
The Lord,
Was that Moses or was that the Most High?
the Most High.
That's the Most High speaking. The Most High, when the Most High opened his mouth, it lasts for how long?
Forever.
Lasts forever, according to Isaiah 40, around verse 7 and 8.
We had Numbers, Nehemiah, I'm sorry, 8. Nehemiah, they read out.